Have you ever longed to become the kind of person that no storm can shake? Someone whose peace isn't dependent on anyone's approval, affection, or presence? Have you ever closed your eyes and silently wished for the day you'd no longer feel the weight of invisible wounds, rejection, abandonment, unspoken grief, cloaked under the mask of, "I'm fine"? Perhaps you're tired of trying to prove your worth, tired of pretending to be strong when all you want is rest, tired of being admired for a version of you that is slowly breaking beneath the surface. But let me share something few are willing to admit. The more you run from your pain, the more it controls you. The more you resist your wounds, the more power they gain. And the more you try to become untouchable, the more fragile you become inside. Carl Jung, pioneer of the unconscious, understood something profound. You are not what happened to you. You are what you choose to become. Let that settle for a moment. This journey isn't about becoming immune to life's hurts. It's about bringing your hidden pain into the light. Because true strength is not about being unbreakable. It is about knowing who you are, even when you're bleeding, and not abandoning yourself in the process. If you've made it here, this video was meant for you. It's for the one who's tired of feeling like they always give more than they receive. The one who feels like people take pieces of them and leave nothing in return. The one who questions if they're simply too much or not enough. I'm here to tell you, it doesn't have to be this way. But to break free, you'll need to hear something that may sting. The pain you feel isn't created by others, it's awakened by them. You see, others only press the wounds already living within you. A careless word, a cold silence, a forgotten promise. They only hurt because they echo something unresolved inside. You suffer not because people harm you, but because your mind makes meaning from that harm. Jung believed the external world is a mirror. It reflects your unintegrated inner world. That's why some fall apart at a rejection, while others carry on. It's not the world that wounds you, it's the place inside where that wound lands. Here's the difficult truth. You're still trying to be good enough to control how others treat you. But control is the oldest illusion, and the tighter you cling to it, the more you suffer. So what's the way out? Awareness. Not more defenses, not more strategies, just the courageous act of seeing. Because nothing from the outside can destroy you unless it finds an echo within you. And that echo, the unconscious, is where the real battlefield lies. The unconscious is not a void. It is a system of forgotten memories, fears, and stories you never dared to finish. And it governs your reactions, your relationships, your entire emotional life, until you make it conscious. Jung said, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you will call it fate. You ask, why do I keep getting triggered by the same things? Why do I attract people who hurt me? Why do I explode at the smallest frustration? Because you're not in control, not yet. The unconscious is, and what you repress persists. You may have tried to silence your wounds, cover them with success, performance, perfection, but they don't disappear. They whisper through anxiety, they scream through sabotage, they bleed into your relationships. This isn't bad luck. This is your inner self begging you to stop running. You want to be emotionally invincible? Then stop trying to avoid pain. Face it, integration, not avoidance, is the real cure. You don't need to become colder. You need to become clearer. To be untouched is not to be unaffected. It's to be aware, because once you have embraced your fear, your anger, your shame, they no longer control you. They become part of you. And what is fully yours can no longer destroy you. Jung called this the individuation process. Becoming who you truly are, not the mask, not the role, not the survival story, but the whole. Most people will never begin this path, and even fewer will complete it. Because it requires that you die to who you've been before you can live as who you are. You are not your trauma. You are not your mask. You are not what others needed you to be. You are what emerges after the fire. You see, real emotional immunity doesn't look like perfection. It looks like wholeness. When someone says, you're too much, and it no longer touches a wound. When someone leaves, and it doesn't break your identity. When someone disrespects you, and you don't collapse into shame. That is what it means to be untouchable. Not hard, whole, not invulnerable, integrated. But this path comes with a price. You will outgrow people. You will lose roles. You will no longer fit in places that once felt like home. Not because you're rejecting them, but because you're no longer rejecting yourself. This is the cost of becoming conscious. And the gift is that you will finally know peace. Not the peace of avoidance, but the peace of alignment. Let's go deeper now, because the pain you feel is not here to punish you, it's here to guide you. Jung once said, "Depression is like a woman in black. If she shows up, don't shoo her away, invite her in. Listen. Your suffering is trying to tell you something, not that you're broken, but that something in you is ready to evolve. Pain isn't weakness, it's transformation in motion. When you feel like everything is falling apart, perhaps it's really falling into place. Individuation is the path of fire, yes, but when you walk it, you no longer fear the flames, because you've seen what's on the other side. And it's you, not the performing you, not the pleasing you, but the real you, the one who no longer reacts, but responds, the one who no longer needs approval, because they've approved of themselves. This journey isn't over, but you've taken the most important step. You didn't turn away. Now, let's keep going, not because it's easy, but because the soul doesn't want ease, it wants freedom.